Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, devotion is liberation, devotion is freedom, and that is for sure. Whether we have taken an outward journey or the inward journey, devotion is essential. Devotion makes that idea of freedom a reality. Devotion simply means effort, mindful effort. When the mindful effort is there, we succeed. Especially when it comes to spiritual freedom, spiritual enlightenment, to realize the truth, there has to be an unflinching devotion, uncompromising devotion. Without it, even you have the idea that you are the consciousness, you are the truth is within you, the essence of the God is you. You have these ideas. Intellectually, you know that you are that. But the idea is not freedom. Idea is just a reference. Reference is not freedom. To actualize the truth, effort has to be placed. Especially when life is conditioned so much with the past and the imaginative future, the idea of freedom doesn't work. Because of the conditioning, we need to be mindful in our devotion. We gotta be uncompromising to oneself, devotion to oneself. Devotion to oneself means focusing on oneself to dissolve the false in oneself, to dissolve the fear so that we can live fearlessly. We can live without that mental drama. We can live without that mental fluctuation. How to make that happen? Mindful devotion is needed. Now, definitely, the world has that spiritual movement going on. The trend is there. The desire to be free is there, to live fearlessly. And here's the question: is your devotion to yourself is helping you to be free? To be free from the fear, to be free from that mental fluctuation? It's a simple question. Asking oneself, reflecting, makes us recognize that whether we are free or not. Especially if you have been devoting yourself to be free, and if it's taking more than 2 years to get to the truth, then that devotion is probably creating a further layers in your mind. And that adding more layers in the mind shows that the devotion is outwardly. And that's what we need to recognize that and then we can reorient ourselves to devote towards the truth, towards unchanging truth, or to the true nature of oneself. Most of the time, people are devoted outwardly. And that's the reason people are failing to recognize the plain sight truth, the simple truth. And here's how the devotion becomes outwardly: seeking the truth outside. It's an outward journey. And there are many examples for that. Devoting to the universe to help you to dissolve the mental drama, to dissolve the mind, to make you free. And that's an illusion. Devoting oneself to the guru, to another human being, is the outward journey. Yes, the outer guru is needed, but it's just a tiny fraction of wisdom is needed. So if you are keep devoting to another human being, you're forgetting yourself. And when you forget yourself, how can you find the truth that exists within you? So you have to open your own eyes. You have to realize that journey towards true freedom is about devoting to yourself. Only simple reference is needed from the outside. Reference like this: turn the awareness back to yourself. Trace your mind backward all the way until no mind is left. Ask yourself, who am I? That's all. That's the wisdom the guru, the true awakened guru, can recommend. Nothing much is needed. If the outer guru is keep putting more ideas in your head and keep feeding you the answer, then that guru is not a guru. That guru is actually a guru. In my culture, guru means a bull. The guru, the real guru, points you towards a direction and also asks you to question yourself. Questioning oneself is a way to figure out the truth. Questioning is a oneself to see the false in oneself, to declutter the false. Questioning is the way. So, moving, associating with the outer guru and giving up your responsibility in looking is the failure in the enlightenment journey. Enlightenment journey is an inward, backward, and lonely journey. Now, when the idea of loneliness is here, meditation, we devote ourselves to meditation. Devoting ourselves in the meditation seems like devoting to yourself, isn't it? And that is on just on the surface level. Meditation does help you to settle, but the meditation can still be outward journey when you are coloring your consciousness, when you're controlling the body. Controlling the body makes you go through the mystical experience, coloring your consciousness with the visualization. They are all outward. They are happening on the truth of who you are. And the true freedom is about figuring out the background that supports the mystical experience to appear. So all colorings are happening on the consciousness. And when the coloring is happening on the consciousness, we cannot, our ego wants to see that as a truth, but that's not the truth. That's not who you are. That's the extension on you, the layers coming on you. The true nature is the consciousness. Journey is about resting in the consciousness by removing all the layers. Removing all the layers means all the mental layers. Emotional layers and psychological layers are simply the extension, byproduct of the mental layer, mental impression. So the journey is about dissolving that to see the background that supports all things to appear and disappear. So coloring the consciousness is not freedom. So that's why the meditation can be the outward journey when we don't know, when we are missing what is truth and how to get to the truth. What and how is important in the spiritual journey, so that way we are, you know, not confusing ourselves. So meditation looks like a devotion to oneself. So you must you must be aware in the inward journey. So what and how? What is true freedom? True freedom is not an idea nor an experience, including the visualization. If it's not an idea, if it's not an experience, what is it? That's the journey we need to take by decluttering. Only by dismantling we can see, not not intellectually, but truly see. To see something that is not an idea, not an experience, is by removing everything from oneself, emptying oneself. Why? Because the true nature is empty. The true nature is void, conscious, but void or empty. So, to get to see the truth of oneself, dismantling, deconstruction is needed. You cannot explain what is truth. You can only see. I cannot explain truth to you. You can only see by taking the journey. So whatever you hear, the ideas about the truth, is still an idea. It's a reference. Most of the time, it's the reference that you hear is probably misleading. And if you take that misleading idea and work on that, or attach the idea, then the whole journey becomes outwardly. And that's the tendency happening right now in most of the seekers, probably including you. So truth cannot be expressed or explained in words. You can only realize. So you must take the journey to get to the truth. Only expression you can hear about the truth in words are: truth is not an idea, truth is not a belief, truth is not an experience, truth is not the mind, or truth is empty, truth is void, those kind of stuff. Truth is unchanging. So those are the simple reference expression of the truth, but they are not the truth itself. No one can lead you towards the truth. So devoting yourself to another person and hoping the person can lead you towards the truth is a hopeless hope. Hopeless hope. Outward journey to make your life comfortable. Yes, devoting to another human being. Another human being can show you how to do things and succeed in life outside, in the relative world, in the functioning world. But when it comes to inner truth, no one can lead you there. You are the only person who can get you there. For that reason, you must devote to yourself. You must devote to yourself by being aware of yourself, by being aware of your own pretense, your fear, your fluctuation. And then you got to work on why those things resurface in you and why those things fluctuate you. And this is the way, asking why is the way to figure out the root cause of the suffering. And once you figure out the root cause of the suffering, you have to dismantle the root as well. Holding on to that root is a sign of fear. So you got to dismantle the root as well. Dismantling the root means working on your fear. And you got to dismantle your fear all the way until nothing is left. Dismantling the fear means tracing your fear backward, why the fear is there in your life. So tracing the mind or deconstructing the mind makes you understand the nature of the mind, how the mind comes into existence and how the mind becomes real in you. Right now, the mind is real. When the truth is missing, when you don't see who you are, right now who you are is the mind. And mind is false when it comes to spiritual freedom. So basically, you are anchoring in the mind, anchoring in the false. When you ask yourself, who am I or what am I? What you have right now is the idea, isn't it? If you don't have these ideas, then who are you? What are you? It's like, duh, right? So, what you know about yourself is just the idea. And remember, idea is not freedom. Idea is not freedom. experience is also not freedom. Your past experience is not freedom. Your future experience is still not freedom, because truth of who you are is not an idea, it's not an experience. All experience and ideas, they they appear in you and disappear in you. And true freedom is figuring out the background again that supports everything to appear and disappear in you. And what is that background? And it's not an idea. No outer guru can lead you there. You must take the seat of the guru. You have the awareness in you. You are a conscious being. You have to use that conscious level of you in dismantling the mind, watching the mind, tracing the mind, to understand the mind. And the final click will happen when you ask yourself, who am I? Who am I is to see the layers. Who am I is to create a real breakthrough, to create that aha moment in your life. So, how to get to this aha moment, the real aha moment, the unchanging aha moment, is devotion. Devote to yourself. That means put the effort in dismantling the false in you. So, this devotion makes you free inside and makes you live life without inner conflict and fear, where the life becomes easy. Okay? I hope this video makes sense to you. Devotion is freedom. Okay? Devotion is liberation. So devote right. You know what is truth and how to get there. Once you know this reference, have have an uncompromising devotion to yourself. And if you do that, you will not fail to see the truth. The truth is already in you. That is you. So when its truth is already there, how can you fail if you devote mindfully? When you are aware in your devotion, you won't fail. Only way to fail in the spiritual freedom is stopping the devotion, stopping the dismantling, stopping the tracing back mind work makes you fail. All right. So that's that. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if this is helping, help this friend by subscribing. That would be the help. Yeah, and if you want to understand further on how to be free, I have published 2 books. It's on Amazon. One is called Witness Meditation Notebook, and the second one is The Unbecoming. Okay, if you're interested, go and check it out. Anyway, take care for now, and I will see you in the next video.